Alright, so my review is for Assassin's Creed 3. I know it's been out for a while. I know all the DLC already came out. I just wanted to talk about it because I recently completely beat it, and I was, you know how you are, you get hooked on a game, can't play it until it's done. So I recently finished Assassin's Creed 3. It was a hell of a ride. It was an amazing story, amazing characters. I do have a lot of gripes with the game. To be honest, it was my first Assassin's Creed. I skipped all the other ones. I didn't play the first one, the second one, Brotherhood. I don't know, I just didn't have time. I just saw it. It was amazing. But then when Assassin's Creed 3, I'm like, okay, I'll get into it this time. So this is a blind review, I guess. Not really blind, but without comparing it to its predecessors or saying how it improved or how it is worse or how everything compares. I'm judging it the game on the game, Assassin's Creed 3. Of course, you take the role of the Native American Connor. If anybody can remember, his actual native name is Raton Hagedo, which I found very interesting how they decided to switch it to Connor. I found it strange how the assassins are diminished to an old man in a manner. I'm not going to judge the story. It was interesting. It was amazing. The game hooks you like a fish for the first half of the game. Twists and turns everywhere. You're still learning many of the basic stuff. You go through Connor's story, through learning about the assassins and the Templars and George Washington and the history that America went through and how Connor was, for some freaking reason, involved. My main gripe starts at 50% of the game. Once you hit 50% to the end, the game just becomes crap. By the way, the game sucks at explaining how to use any of the weapons. They already expect you to play all the other games, how to use smoke bombs, how to use any of the weapons. The game sucks at telling you how to use it. You get your weapon of choice. You're like, I'm going to use a sword, I'm going to use a tomahawk, whatever you decide, you're already set by the first half of the game. So collecting all of the upgrades to get newer weapons is just throw it out the window. It's just a waste of time. Also, the story gosh, I'm not going to ruin the story, but it makes me feel like many of us here at Game Nights feel. The developers just said, we're halfway done through the game, next generation consoles are coming out, let's do Assassin's Creed 4, let's start working on it so we can get it out on time, and just wrap up the story, just get it done. That's exactly how it felt. And they concentrated a lot on the naval battles, but none of the naval battles were part of the story. They were all optional. The first mission, okay, is part of the story because it teaches you how to use the ship, but after that, any mission that you do to find treasures, find anything, like I said, which I already said was a complete waste of time. So doing all those missions is optional. Well, as amazing as the naval missions are, it's kind of like we're going to do Black Flag, Assassin's Creed 4, where it's nothing but pirates, and you're going to be on the ship all the time, where Assassin's Creed 3 was just like, if you want to play naval battles, there it is. If you don't, you don't have to. I wish they would have incorporated those naval battles more into the story, which of course they would have had to think about how to incorporate it, and it already was a complete mess of a story, so they probably would have just ruined it. So first half of the game gets 10 out of 10. It's amazing. Second half of the game, it drops to about 6 out of 10. I was completely disappointed. So in my mind, I just keep the memories from the first half, the hunting, the story about revenge against Charles Lee, with Connor learning how to be an assassin, learning the story, and then the second half, it was just a disappointment. I still love the game. I haven't played the DLC. I definitely recommend it. Check it out, but do not collect any of the feathers or anything. It's a complete waste of time, which if you'll have OCD and you're a completionist, that's going to drive you crazy. Anywho, that was my review for Assassin's Creed 3. Check it out. We're going to be playing Assassin's Creed 4. I'm going to review that as well. I can't wait. The mechanics looks amazing. You can shoot multiple times instead of the dumb reload that Connor's doing for slow kills in Assassin's Creed 3. And the fourth one is just like boom, 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 boom. You know, I don't know how they do that because obviously in the olden days you gotta reload, but hey, it looks cool, right? Thanks a lot.